off a week where he stuffed the stat sheet in both yards and touchdowns. It's the Rams and the Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Carries, 84 yards and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Now Rodgers. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Mazi Smith in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's third down. You talk about this Rams defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. On play action, Rodgers. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A slant to Jones. Touchdown! Marvin Jones. his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. You talk about this Bengals defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And boy, not a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can...
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And their defense got them to football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now it's Jackson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete to McBride.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Mozzie Smith, first-round pick there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jalen Carter
in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A
chain hit and the ball is out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Touchdown Bengals. Jones with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, The body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Gain of 21 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Jackson on first down. Downfield and caught by Thornton. Touchdown, Allen. Tyquan Thornton, 59 yards. And the Rams are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
7 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught by Jones. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Throwing is Rodgers. Got him in. It's Brown. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Short one here, caught by McBride. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. With just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's do as well, and I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Real quick, ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, LA. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Bengals 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight. Every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. So here are the Rams to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They go play action now. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 51 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Mozzie Smith, he's the one who got in there and made that play defensively.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, That means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He gets this to Thornton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 1st downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from a yard out. And the Rams are able to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
That's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was... grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Open man completes it to Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams 14. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. He stiff arms him. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Right side, Claypool's got it. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Rodgers going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Still going inside the 20. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
That's on bit. First round pick in 2020. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And now they're in the hurry up. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run. An illegal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Here is third and quite a ways. Here's Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Brian Branch with him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. A beautiful fake. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior block.
Touchdown! Right, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Rodgers will throw for it, and this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. This is a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. Touchdown, LA! Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Rams use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards.
And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Rodgers now on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And I think we'll... here on fourth down, no reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Now Rodgers got to have this one.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And how about that? A gain of 15 there on 4th and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rodgers to throw once more. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10.
Now Rodgers to Barkley on the check down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's brought down.
Here's 1st and goal.
To throw is Rodgers.
Goes right back to McBride.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Rodgers to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing now is Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw here is incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not when you expected when the play began.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide. As a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. This is caught. It's ball. And he's across from the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 10. A little over 20 seconds to go.
Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Able to find Jones. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
This is taken in by McBride.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One final try now for Rodgers.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially...
daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's